Hey friends, welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you interesting, not boring, and cool design layouts that you can use for your site. If you're using 7.1, you could upgrade to Fluid Engine automatically, and right when you do that, you can do any of these designs. So let's hop into it. So I'm going to show you designs from my Scale Creative Wireframes that are perfect for anyone who's designing Squarespace websites consistently. We have a design page and a ton of wireframes already built out for you, so you don't have to reformat it every single time. Squarespace's built-in designs are cool, but I just don't really use them. Even some of the simplest things I need are not really in there. So this is built for you. So everything you see in here is going to be available if you want that. And we sell it as part of our designer starter kit. So you get a ton of other valuable resources as well. So definitely check it out. Okay, so here we go. So this is just like a intro to the section. Here is a section that you could have where you could have two separate images that then connect to two separate kind of items in the shop that you want to go to, like categories that you want to go to. So here we have women's, and then here we have men's. It's really cool how you could do the full screen layout. It looks really, really nice. And what's cool about this is before with Squarespace trying to do this, it was just super complicated. You couldn't put the text overlay on it. You just couldn't do this, and now you can with ease. So I'll show you a little bit of the editing mode in a sec, but I'm gonna go through more of this content. This is an obvious one. This one stands out. It's very, very clear. Title text, H1, a bit of description, and a button. This is cool, obvious. I'm gonna show you a few other ones that are now, again, these are possible and they weren't before. So you could do a style like this. You had to custom code buttons back in the day to even get this look and feel. Some of you might not know those days, but you can now do this and it looks really, really cool. Another feature here is with the image cutout, the shape. You can have a really cool image here, plus some header text, some H1, and then a button. If you want to get more tech feel, you can add a little bit of text right here, make it light gray with ease. No custom code for any of this. This is all built-in features. Very similar feel here. This one is really cool. We used this on our website recently and it looks really, really nice. It gives just a really good content layout to what you're trying to show without being overbearing. You could have a title for, say, a product, whatever you're showing, a service, then a quick description, then more bullet point values. And then here you can do a call to action, like purchase, go, whatever the next step is. So really, really cool. Another one that I really like and I honestly love is this one here. Again, it's actual live text, fills up the back behind the video, and you could organize it in a way where the layers just look super nice and really clean. One of my favorite things about Fluid Engine is the way you can control the blocks and size everything exactly as you want it. So if you want something big on desktop and smaller on mobile, well, you could design it that way. These icons and this setup here, it looks really nice, and on mobile, it looks great as well. So let's take a look at this in the editor. So now I'm in the editor here, and you can see how these blocks are laid out. This is an image block, there's a text block here, and then a button below it, same thing here. You can see how they're laid out, and then this text block going over top. From there, we can go to, let's say, this section here. If I look at the grid, if I hit G on the keyboard, you're going to see the grid is pushed down to the bottom. The title text is over here to the left with H1, description below it, and then button, and this is style 1, so primary, and then this is secondary. So I designed that in the site styles that the secondary is a fill-in, is transparent. It's just the outline versus button style 1, which is a fill-in. And this is just great UI. Makes it really, really easy for people to know what to do next. Section here, this one's really cool. Again, text up here, another separate text box right here, the button here, this is the primary, and then some text on the side. What's cool is you could take the text and just come in here and change the color as you want for that specific block. Typically, I think this text out of the box was just the black, which works, but it has a nicer feel when it has the gray. It looks really, really clean. You can see here, this image, it doesn't necessarily have to, but I have it going all the way out to the end at the end of the grid, if you've never done this before, wherever the grid ends, it's either it ends there, or if I hit control, it goes all the way to the end. So you can see here, the only thing I did just to make it really look good on all devices is instead of keeping it center, I pushed it to the left. So then it'll hold closer to the content as screen sizes change. From there, let's take a look at this section. Now, this section, again, really cool design. You could see here's a text box, here's a text box. It's actually going right there. There's a bit of an overlay on this because it's everything's a square, but the image itself is a circle. So it's okay. The overlap is fine. No issues there. So you can see this text box here. It goes up a little bit higher than it needs to, but you'll see everything is pushed down, which this is a really cool feature is for text box as of right now, because things change. If you align it, however you align it vertically, like if you align it to the bottom, you could change that for mobile. So when you go into the mobile editor, you could actually make it a different alignment for the mobile view, which is so cool. All right, for this section, you have this text box here. What I'm using here for the feature is the expanded or scaled text. Okay, so you can see here, if I want to fill it across the screen, I could do that as well. Super easy, super cool to use and bring to life. So here's a video, below it is a little bit of text. Wherever the box ends, I would just probably push this up towards it. And then here, I think this is paragraph 2. I'd probably change it to paragraph 3. It looks just really nice underneath the video if you have to add a little description or want to add a little description. All right, so let's talk about this section here. Again, this is what I love about Fluid Engine is the ability just to control where things go specifically. So if I made this bigger, you'll see it grows as you go with it. But if you really want to control it and make it look nice and exactly the size you want, you could upload the biggest icon you want, so 512 by 512. But then when you get into the editor, there's a lot of cool things you could do. So you could have it where it just stacks and it looks the same as it does on desktop, but you could also do it where you have something like this, where the content sits like this, and then so you can have it where you do something like this and have them all lay out in a really beautiful way. So there are definitely design styles in 7.1 with Fluid Engine that are way, way better and way more flexible for you to design content in a really unique, not boring way. And this is basically the end of the video, but I do want to address some Q&A because I know there are going to be some questions following up. As of today, you may have a question, well, I'm on 7.0, the old version of Squarespace. How do I get these features? So as of today, which I'll leave any updates down below if they happen, as of today, the only way to get these features to move from 7.0 to 7.1 would be to manually do it. I have a video that I could link up in the corner or down below that walks you through the best way to do that for yourself. But unfortunately, it is a manual process. It's not the most ideal case, but the reality is because there's so many design features and changes, you want to update your website. And so definitely check out the video if you're really thinking about doing it. And if you really need a professional to help you, message us because we do have packages for you. The other thing worth saying is with Fluid Engine, the main thing you want to consider when you're editing and designing out content is that you really consider desktop and mobile. Before, if you just design desktop, mobile would automatically look decent or okay. But now you have to manually do both and really make sure that both look great. So make sure you're editing and adjusting both as you go through. So don't just do the desktop and hit save and leave because your mobile can be a hot mess. You want to make sure you work on both of them. Finally, we sell this template by itself for $250, and it's the greatest template, I think, because it offers you anything you want you don't need to buy one template for one client or one template for one style. You could buy this and use it against all your styles because the content layouts and the sections are what's important. Your creative edge is what is going to bring this to life and take it to the next level. So definitely check this out. But I would say definitely check out our designer starter kit, which is a fraction of the price. And you get so much more value in it. Plus you get this template. So it's like a no-brainer. If you're a designer, it is literally a no-brainer. Friends, I have an important update to share with you. If you just watched this video and you got value from this video, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. I love recommending that because it tells the YouTube algorithm some fancy stuff. But what it tells me is that you got value from the content so that I could create more for you. But on top of that, there's this important update that we're doing, that we're launching, that is the most positive, engaging, and coolest place to be if you are an aspiring Squarespace designer. So if you are an aspiring, like I just said, Squarespace designer, this is for you. We have built a community. It is a paid community, but we've built a community that has these pricing tiers that you can get in on, where you can become a better designer in the next 3, 6, 12 months and have support. You could you could watch all these videos on your own. You could read every article on the internet. But what I've learned is the best tips and tricks that I've learned as a designer have happened in community. Also, if you do the community or the coaching component that we offer, you're going to get direct access to someone like myself, where I can help speak into issues or challenges you're facing. Having difficulty with a client, we could speak into that. Not sure if the site you just built is what you want to send to the client and you want feedback from people in the community, great place to be a part of it. All right. So there's a ton of value. Honestly, the list is endless. There's so much value. If you are a designer, you will step up in process, in your flow. You will raise your prices. All of that will happen when you join this community, because every designer I've worked with has raised their prices, has raised their standard, and has become a better designer. So definitely check out that link below. Again, like and subscribe this video if you got value from it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.